Hey, welcome back, everybody. Sign here again with a kind of a status update. Sports. Um, so I had some issues about. I want to say, came home from work. Oh, day the 20, or day 17th. I came home from work on August 9th, right? Yeah, Thursday, August 9th. No internet. Like, okay, great. Get a hold of my provider, and they go, okay, well, we can't see your modem, so it's probably your modem. We are going to we're going to get you a new one, free of charge. Just come in and we'll do a swap. I'll bring in your old one, not a problem. Unplug it, plug it back. Take it in. So do that during my lunch break. Come home after work, hook up the new one, which is a really spiffy looking thing. It's made by a French company. Not gonna hold it against them, but it does mean the directions are a little more interesting to read. And I'm not used to English being the second set of instructions. Not a problem. Plug it in, and it's constantly searching for the network now. It's like, okay, great. So I wait 3 hours, and have this is Friday night. Have about say about half a bottle of rum, and it's fuck it, I want my internet, right? Can't have it. It's not working. Um, I call and tech support, and they're like, oh, you can be about a 45-minute wait. I'm like, oh, great. It's at this point I'm thinking it's not just me. It's an area wide thing. I'm like, okay, well, so I screwing on my phone. Thank God I have wireless. I don't have my wireless account through the same company I have my internet through, which it helps because whenever one goes down, the other one still works, and I can still at least somewhat stay in touch with people, which I'm horrible about doing anyway, but kind of is what it is. I just suck at keeping in touch with certain people. I don't want to say certain people. I want to say like all, but like look with everybody. Let's just say everybody. I just get stuck to my own little world, and it's like next thing I know, it's been like 5 days and I haven't talked to anybody. It's like, oh shit, I'm sorry. Um, yeah, downside of being an extreme introvert. Good days with only my own company, and it's amazing. But so yeah, we're looking at my desktop, by the way. Look at the background picture. So, all right, I'm playing on my phone. I am checking for outages and stuff like that. There's nothing in the area. I'm like, okay, what the hell's going on? And I end up on their support site. Click the link, and it like forwarded like 3 or 4 times. And there's an option for live chat. I'm like, oh, okay, let's try this. So, and boom, live chat's answered instantly. It's like, all right, awesome. And they're like, okay, well then, run some tests. Do a factory reset on the modem. Uh, unplug, plug it back in, yada yada yada, so on and so forth. Check the router. Try, like an hour of dealing with these guys through chat messages on my phone, which gets really crappy reception in the same room as where the router is or the modem is. So I'm having to like run back and forth across the house, well, not across, up and downstairs because my modem's in the basement. Concrete wall basement, you're not going to get really good cell phone reception there, and my Wi-Fi is down, so I can't use that obviously. So I'm constantly going up and downstairs. I mean, I got myself 5 pounds just up and downstairs. And they finally go, okay, well, it doesn't look like it's a modem. It could be, but we've already gave you a brand new one and it's not working. So we're gonna schedule you for a tech to come out. I'm like, okay, great. It's like it'll be Wednesday. Oh, you got to be kidding me! Right here's Friday night. It'll be Wednesday morning before I have to get a tech to show up. Not happy. And so I'm like, all right, fine, whatever. Just send the tech on Wednesday. I was deal without it. Anyway, at this point, I'm thinking, oh great, one of the junction boxes, something wrong with it. It got water in it or something. And I've checked every I didn't check all the cabling inside the house, but I checked the cabling outside, where it goes into the house and all the way back to the junction box and everything like that. I even popped open the junction box, which you're not supposed to be able to do, but I know how. And every connection looked good in there. I made sure they're all tight and cinched down, everything like that. Everything's fine. Like, okay, great. It must be something I'm not seeing in the box, something in the actual hardware itself, not just the connections, or I'm like, okay, great, whatever. I'm screwed. So Saturday rolls around and I'm sitting here. I'm like, oh, great. What the hell do I do? Right. 90% of my entertainment actually comes off of the internet. I stream videos, I stream music. I mean, I haven't bought like an actual physical copy of music in over a decade. Uh, Same with the DVD. I have not, oh no, I bought my last DVD like seven, no, actually, but 6 years ago now. I was managing a gas station and we sold DVDs, and it was just one of those things like, here's one was opened, we couldn't return it. I got it at cost, which is like $4, and it was just like whatever. And I can't remember what it is now, but that shows how memorable the experience was. Yeah, ooh, DVDs. But so moving on, and so I'm looking around. I'm like, going, okay, great. What do I do? I don't even have like a DVD player in my computer. I mean, I've got a bunch of old DVDs laying around that I can watch, but I've got a little portable DVD player with a 6-inch screen on it. It's like I'll be damned if I'm going to spend, you know, time this weekend staring at this little freaking screen. And so I'm gonna watch my grandkids, my nieces, my mom's grandkids, and I'm gonna be watching them on Saturday night, Sunday morning. It's like, okay, great. What am I gonna do for these kids too? It's entertain them somehow. But it kind of precludes me from going out and actually having a social life or something, you know, which is always, it's a plus having a social life once in a while. So yeah, I'm looking around. I'm like, oh shit, I've got this freaking Xbox that Drek gave me. He got a as a gift from his then fiance, now wife. Congratulations again, Drek. He got a collector's edition 360. He gave me his old one. Like, oh, so I hooked that thing up to my monitor slash TV, big ass thing that I use. And I'm like, all right, I can watch movies. I watch like the Blue Collar Comedy Tour, I mean, a few other ones I have laying around. My God, this is great and all, but I'm used to doing things with my hands while I'm watching videos or whatever. Dual screen monitor, I can watch a YouTube video on one channel, I can be doing things on, the other screen, and, so used to doing stuff with my hands, it was driving me crazy because I'm just sitting like twiddling my thumbs and stuff, right? And I remembered, he gave me a couple games too. So I spent the entire weekend last weekend beating Halo Combat Evolved, first one, the remaster for 360 though, the pretty one on Legendary. Freaking did it. I have not gone through and got all the skulls yet, but I freaking did it. Oh, that was exercise in frustration, but at least I wasn't bored. So then Monday rolls around and I go to work and I'm just like, I'm bummed, right? He's like, I've already missed a couple days with the videos. I haven't really been able to do much of anything. Oh, and to top this off, my computer died on me over the weekend. I had to do another reset. Windows does not like doing resets without internet connection though. So it borked the reset and I had to reinstall Windows again. Yeah, this is where I'm at now. So I get my computer back up and running. It's got nothing on it. Nothing at all. Like, thank God I was able to back up. Like, I had all my Minecraft backups. I had the packs backed up and everything. But since I had to reinstall, I did not have Java. And I did not keep a copy of the standalone installation kit for Java. I'm kind of screwed, right? It's like I'm looking at all these wonderful mod files that I can't do shit with. Like, that's lovely. Because, like, all these I can work on a backlog. Yeah, no. That's just not going to happen. So, damn, there's that. And so it's Monday rolls around, get home from work, and I'm just sitting there, and all of a sudden I just had this like freaking light bulb moment at like 10 o'clock at night. All stores are closed, but it's like, and so I'm going through the crawl space, right? Well, the whole basement's a crawl space. I'm going through the utility room. Yeah, it's where the hot water heater is, the furnace, and it's a storage room for stuff too. It's all the stuff my landlord had in the house when I moved in. They just crammed it all in the utility room, so it's a very cramped little space. But very safe too. I mean, we put a Christmas tree right next to the goddamn furnace. Safest thing in the world. The fake one. It only burns like a goddamn match. It's fine. But so I'm going through there and I'm looking around, using myself as a flashlight, which is not the best light in the world, mind you. But my nieces were playing with my actual flashlight, and I have no idea where it ended up at. So I'm using this thing, and I look over, and there's a piece of coax hanging from the ceiling. And I'm like, okay, there's nothing hooked into this, right? Because there's like 5 coax cables in this place, right? 2 of them run, there's one of them runs into a splitter, forks off into 2. But then I look over here and there's a wire hanging. I'm like, Well, that's kind of weird. Maybe that's for, like a upstairs cable junction we're not using it anymore or anything like that, And so I'm just kind of looking around a bit more. I see another one hanging, or it's tucked up in the rafters. And I'm like, I pull it down, and it's not hooked to anything either. And I'm looking at these two ends going, how much you want to fucking bet? Somebody pulled the barrel connector out of this, and that's why I have no internet. So the next day at lunch, I go and get some barrel connectors. This is Tuesday, mind you, now, at this point. And so I go get some barrel connectors. It's like $3 over at the local supermarket, right? They actually had them. I was amazed. I grabbed the last pair they had. And I go in, I plug it in, freaking modem fires up within 30 seconds. It's connected, we're ready to go. And it's just like, "Wah." And that's when I decided my roommate or my landlord's an asshole. Actually, it's probably my weird troll under the stairs roommate. I don't know why he would do it, but I think he pulled that out because he's a fucking asshole like that. So now I've got an extra one. And I also liberated something from work. It is what's known I call red Loctite. Now, Loctite for threads comes in two colors. It comes in red and it comes in blue. Now, blue is I want this to stay put, but eventually one day I want this to come loose. Red is it will require an act of God to get this bolt loose. So I put a regular one in there without Loctite on it. And if it goes disappearing again, I'm putting red Loctite on there. The motherfucker's going to have to get a couple of 18-inch crescent wrenches to take the goddamn thing apart. Or cut the cable. But if that's the case, then, well, you fuck with my internet. I am not a kind person. Also, I set up a game camera pointed at the junction box. I'll be able to tell exactly who the fuck it was this time. Not playing games. Not mess with my internet. So, anyway, that's Tuesday, right? Got internet back. I'm like, all right. So, I had to reinstall Windows. It's freaking entirely of Tuesday was something with my computer restarting itself over and over again, installing updates. Which is what kind of borked my computer the last time. The last installation of Windows I did, there was something a little wrong with it, and it was not happy with. But long and the short of it is I actually had to plug in an external hard drive with the installation media, is what they call it, on it. Load that menu up, then tell it to continue on to Windows 10, and then it would start. If that wasn't plugged in, it would just loop over and over again. No idea what the hell's going on there. So, yeah, that's the thing. But, okay, so long story short, now it restarts without having to do that. So apparently it installed better this time. Hopefully I will not have any more issues. So yeah, Tuesday night was spent with just watching my computer flicker on and off all damn night, right? But at least I had wireless internet. I could play on my phone. I could, do this and that and get in touch with people that I only have access through to, like Snapchat and whatnot. Like, hey, I'm not dead. Some of them I hadn't talked to in like 2 months, but it's like, hey, I'm not dead. Wednesday rolls around, go to work, come home, start reinstalling programs. Like OBS, Streamlabs. Let's do this list here. We got like OBS Studio, Streamlabs, VLC, Discord, Steam, Firefox, MultiMC. Actually, that I just ported over because I still had my Windows.old files. So I just like copy pasted that over because that's fine. Except for the Java thing. Spotify because I need my music. And I'm still just like going through. Oh yeah, I just added Netflix too because I do have a Netflix account. I just never watch it on my computer. Might as well. I mean, it's just little things here and there, tweaking settings to make it work better, and so on and so forth. Um, like, hey, look, Discord, open chat room. Oh, hey, there's a message from a Wild Reek here. Up, Wanker, planning for the night. I'm off tonight and tomorrow night. Since they got me on second. Oh, I'll respond to you in just a second here, Reek. But go ahead and minimize that out. Thursday, I was like, you know what? I don't want any stress. Thursday was a little bit wild day at work. We had like grand total, we have 12 drivers, right? 5 of them though are only half days, and they do what we call home delivered meals, basically Meals on Wheels. That's all they do. They come in, they pick up their food, they help put the meals together. They go out the door, they deliver their food, they come back, sign out, they're done, they go home. That's all. That's it. And clunk, clunk, clunk. Now we're getting to the fun story real quick here. And actually, Just our keyword for want to call. Um, so Thursday sucked, right? And I just get home and I'm like, I don't want to do anything. I install Steam again. Well, Starbound, and my old stuff is gone. So I installed a couple new mods and da da da. I recorded a couple episodes for like a YouTube series. Let's see, just a couple episodes. So that's all fine and dandy. I may just scrap that, start over with a brand new character because I lost all my old stuff. It did not update or did not save to the cloud like I thought it would do it. It didn't save it to Steam. Great. Everything's gone. But updated a few mods, one of which actually required brand new characters anyway now, so it's kind of tit for tat. And now it's Friday. I wake up and everything's glorious. There's fresh rain outside. I mean, it's got that wonderful smell to it. It's been raining all damn week anyway. But now it's got the promise of sunshine coming, right? Which is awesome. And so it's like, all right, nothing can go wrong. Get up, start start making the coffee, get it brewing, take the dog out, let him do his business and stuff. And in the morning, he's an old man. I mean, he's a bit of an old man. He takes just long enough that by the time we come inside and he's done, his duty, then okay, that wasn't, DUTY tick box. But yeah, I come back in, coffee's done, get my cup of coffee, go back to my computer, sit there, drink my coffee, check up out of a few things before I go in. I got a little morning routine, it helps the day start on a nice level, nice and smooth, and all that fun stuff. Good work. First half of the day, great. It's like I'm answering phones like a boss, taking appointments, da 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 da, doing my thing, dispatching drivers. Like I always tell people, I'm really good at telling people where to go, and I do it all day for a living now. Great. But so lunchtime comes around, I go out, I get myself a little rice bowl with some orange chicken. It was amazing. Actually, it was so-so, but being able to actually go out and get something to eat for lunch instead of starving or bringing a sandwich from home, a whole different setup. It's kind of nice. And everything's going along great after lunch. 1 o'clock rolls around, and everything's just falling into place just like it should. Just boom, 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 boom. If I do my job right, it's a very stress-free day, as long as nobody fucks it up. And now at about 3:40, somebody fucked it up. So I get this phone call from one of my drivers. Now, one of the services that we do is we do a route service for, it's called Adult Day Services. Up till a couple years ago, it was known as Adult Day Care, which basically is a place for grandma and grandpa to go during the day where they're safe. I mean, there's nurses there. I mean, well, not nurses, but people who are medically trained as a nurse. They have an RN, a whole 9 yards. But it's a very non-institutional feel, so they show up in like t-shirt and jeans. It's just like people. So it's not a threatening environment in at least a little bit. It's a place for them to go during the day, and there's activities. There's other people, their age, their mental level. They're not bored at home by themselves. But it's also a place where mom and dad can go, and it's safe, so that Junior can go to his job without having to hire somebody to come in and sit with mom and dad for probably more than Junior's making, right? So you can actually get out and have a job, or do errands during the day, or it's kind of a horrible way to put it, but it's basically a freaking kennel for senior citizens, like a day kennel. But God, I'm probably going to hell for that one. Cassie, if you ever watch this, I'm sorry. I know you work there. Oh, hey, Snapchat. So he's grabbed his load of people. It was like 7 people he had to grab and take home. He dropped them all off. Big vans, by the way, 13-passenger van at this point. And he's on his way back, and we have him picking up a client from physical therapy and taking her home. Simple, right? Well, on his way back, he sees something on the side of the road. He pulls over to check it out. Like, okay, not the brightest move. You're being paid to drive, not check out what this interesting thing on the side of the road is. We do have a couple drivers who do. There's one in particular that has brought home in the last week like 4 pairs of gloves and half a dozen bungee cords. He just finds a shit laying around everywhere because people forget. You put your gloves on the tailgate of your truck and drive off, they fall off, right? Things like that. Or bungee cord pops loose on your load. Well, it's on the side of the road now. Well, he's kind of cleaning up the road a little bit on his own, but because he's a greedy little bastard and not, you know, civically minded. So, did Reek ever message back? Oh, he says call when ready. Cool. So I think I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to add him to this shit. If he ever answers. Also, I can't hear that. Settings. Yes, I know streamer mode enabled. I don't care. Voice and video, output device, speakers, input device, C media microphone. All right, he didn't answer. All right, he's on his own. So he'll have to watch the video later to find out what I'm talking about. Oh, where was I? Okay, yeah, so he goes out and he ends up picking this thing up off the side of the road. And it's not a bungee cord, it's not a pair of gloves, it's not somebody's coffee cup, which is pretty common too. Usually those are like flattened beyond recognition now. It's a goddamn handgun. Loaded handgun, right? All right, I clicked the wrong thing. No, he didn't even notice. Let's see, 17. So I took like 4 minutes to call him back. So it's a damn loaded handgun. Yeah, great, right? And instead of like immediately calling me or at least calling the cops right away, but like, hey, driving down the road and I found a loaded gun on the side of the road. He puts it in the van. It's a huge no-no. There's a thing. The employee handbook literally states you will never knowingly possess a weapon on the property or in a company vehicle. So he just broke a massive rule right here, right? Huge rule. I mean, people have been fired for less for this crap, right? So. All right, so he goes on, and he's like I say, he's on his way to go pick up this lady from physical therapy and take her home. He calls me on the way. He's like, "Oh yeah, hey, by the way, I just found this gun." I'm like, "Oh my god, what?" It's like at this point, this is a situation that has never occurred before. We've never had a driver, or we've had a driver call and be like, "Hey, yeah, I found something suspicious over here. I'm gonna call the cops and have them come look at it." It's like, okay, not a problem. I'll reroute around this. Call me whenever you're done. Let me know how it turned out. Everything's fine or whatnot. And we move on with the day. I've never had somebody go, "Oh yeah, I found a gun on the side of the road, put it in the van, and I'm still driving with it. I'm gonna go pick this person up." So I'm like, all right, just when you get there, sit. Do not get her in the van. I'm gonna call the higher ups and be like, "The hell do I do?" It's not anything we've been trained for, right? Do I have him take it to the cop shop? Do I have him call the cops, sit and wait? Those are pretty much my two options actually. Like in my situation, and the higher ups agreed. What he should have done, like, oh shit, this is a gun. Flashers, call the cops, don't even touch the goddamn thing. You sit there until they show up. Don't, do not touch it. Get your vehicle off the road so you don't get hit, but also make sure that, like, say, today's the second day of school, for God's sakes. Don't let any fucking, like, elementary school kids touch it or anything like that. Walk off with it. You stay there until the situation is resolved, one way or the other. Some guy comes up, goes, "Oh, hey, you found my gun. All right, here, it's yours. Have it. I'm leaving. I'm out. I don't care. Don't want to know. But, at least it's not in the hands of an elementary kid." But no, he goes and he gets there. And while I'm on the phone with the higher ups at this point, picks her up and starts taking her home. While now he's talking to the state troopers, right? That wonderful show on the National Geographic Channel? Yeah, those people. So, yeah, lovely, right? So it's like, okay, it's. And then I finally get hold of him. I'm like, all right, where are you at? Because I didn't even know at this point. He should have been sitting at the outpatient facility for the hospital in the parking lot with an empty van except for him and the gun. No, he's got this poor, sweet little Filipino lady. Speaks like, I want to say she's been in the country for like a year and a half. She's not got a really good grasp of English, right? She's very shy. She's very timid. She'd probably be scared to death if she knew what the hell's going on. And it's like, oh, I got her on board. I'm taking her home. The cops are going to meet me at her house to collect the weapon. Can you say PR disaster at this point? Public relations? Oh my God. I'm a nonprofit that gets by on donations from the community and government grants. You want to fuck some shit up, piss off the wrong people, your money dries up, you're out of a job. So it's like, oh God damn it. So I told him, like, no, you get your ass, like, where are you at? And he tells me where I'm at. Like, I know there's a fire station 500 feet down the road. You get your ass in that parking lot, you park it, and you stay. I get hold of the only other driver I have on the road. He's literally 5 minutes out. He's supposed to clock out in 10 minutes at this point. I'm like, no, I'm turning you around. You're going to be on overtime. You're going to go get this client from dipshit here, and you're going to take her home. And he is going to wait in the fire station until the cops show up. Right? And I told him, you're going to stay here, call the cops. He's like, oh, they're going to meet me in your house. I'm like, no. You call them back. You tell them you're going to be at that parking lot. You are not to go anywhere with this. Like, at this point, no more Mr. Nice sign. So, yeah. So he sits and he waits. He's like, at this point, I think he's starting to have an idea of how badly he fucked up. I mean, let's hope it started sinking through how badly he had fucked up at this point. But so I had the other driver, Turn and Burn, who the driver I'm having to go grab this lady is the one who's famous for picking shit up on the side of the road. Anytime I brought it up to anybody, any of the higher ups, they're like, oh, is it so and so? I'm like, no, actually, surprisingly, it wasn't so and so. It was the driver I've never had any issues with that did this shit. He's been freaking perfect from day one, and he never stick your dick in the blender, and he did. Then he hit frappe. But so and they finally it takes a little while. Driver A, let's call him dipshit for now. Calls well, how long is the other driver gonna be here? The client's getting kind of antsy. I'm like, well, he's gonna be there in about 10-15 minutes, but you better start apologizing to her now. For everything. And I call the other one. I'm like, all right, they're here, they're waiting for you. We're going to move her from that van into this one, which is from a Chevy Express 1-ton van, big 13-passenger van, into a Dodge Caravan with a wheelchair ramp. Right? Tiny little thing. A lot more comfortable to drive, ride in, and so on and so forth, right? Not like a cargo van with seats added to it. Freaking Express vans are a nightmare anyway. But, so, he finally gets there, and then I told him, like, call me when you get her on board. He's like, oh yeah, no problem. So he did. I'm like, okay, now take her straight home, and I want you to really apologize to her for me as well, or from me as well. Sorry this all happened. Don't give her any details. Just just apologize the hell out of it back and forth. Just as much as you can. Just like, sorry this happened. Da, 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 da. Don't take blame for anything. Just say how sorry we are for the situation. As standard customer service, do not accept responsibility, but at the same time, validate the feelings and do apologize for the situation, but in no way make it seem like you were part of the situation or you caused this situation. It's an unfortunate accident, and I'm sorry it happened to you. And that's kind of it. Sorry. Stopped by and got myself a little bottle of peach brandy. Good stuff. So, needless to say, I'm not going to be streaming tonight. And Freak would answer the damn phone. I'd be imparting my wisdom to it. All right, whatever. He said didn't ring. He's taking care of Leon. Well, it's a little late in the story now. So I call back the other guy. I'm like, okay, I'm checking to see if they've shown up yet. And he's like, oh, I'm driving to the trooper station. I'm like, what the? I told you to sit. And he's like, well, they said it was going to be a couple hours. And it's like, oh my God. You were like in the safest place you could be with a loaded weapon, which is in the presence of paramedics. In case this thing goes off by accident because you're fucking with it or whatever, you shoot yourself in the foot, at least you got people there who can do first aid. Now you're on the goddamn road. For all I know, this thing's got a freaking filed down, trigger or something like that. One bad bump is going to freaking shoot you in the ass. I don't even know where it's at in the van at this point in time. But, still, it's just like, what are you doing? So, but yeah, he goes there and then he calls me back. He's like, well, I'm at the trooper station, but the doors are all locked up. And it's at this point, it's just, are you fucking kidding me now? Okay, universe, who the fuck pissed in your Wheaties this morning? Because it was going great, and now it's gone to shit. But, so I'm like, all right, Well, I'm like, well, call him. And he's like, well, I don't know the number. I'm like, it's 911. I'm sitting in the trooper parking lot. The doors are locked. I've got a loaded weapon I found on the side of the road sometime. And I would like to turn this thing in. Trust me, somebody will show up. And about that time, a trooper was uh, returning from his, I think it was right around shift change anyway when he got there. So it worked out perfect. So he's probably returning from the end of his shift, and he flagged him down. And needless to say, okay, 5 o'clock rolls around. I'm like, you know what? This guy's not here yet. Last time I talked to him was 20 minutes before. I'm like, fuck it, I'm going home. And right as I'm leaving, he was pulling in. And it's just like, so hard not to give him a one finger wave. So that was the story of my week, and also the story of why I'm not going to be streaming tonight because I am so damn uptight. I am hyper. I need to do something, and I don't know what yet. But it's not going to be sitting on my ass, unfortunately. Sorry, people, but I figured I could at least give you an entertaining story and all that fun stuff. I should have something playing in the background though, but shouldn't be terribly boring because I know I didn't shut up the entire time. But thank you for watching. Sorry for no stream tonight. I promise I will stream Saturday the 18th. 8/18/18. Can't miss it. But until then, signing out. Have fun.